What's going on, guys? Welcome back to League Racing here today for round 11 of Race Spec Esports, the Elite Series, here today for the German Grand Prix at Hockenheim. Hope everybody is well, and yeah, this is should be a good race. We've got a fairly decent field. We've got one or two people going to join halfway through qualifying as well, so could end up with a full 20 cars on the grid, which will make things interesting. Going to make qualifying all the more important, so let's go get into it and hopefully park this thing at the front and see how it goes from there. Alright, so here we are in the garage for qualifying, dry qualifying and dry race, so we don't have to worry about rain, thankfully. Once again, probably a good thing considering like normal. I've done absolutely no wet running around here, so that was probably a good thing that yeah, that we decided not to do that and it didn't rain. But anyway, going out at the start of the session on a set of hard tyres. I fueled up the car a lot more than what I normally would, just to really be able to set a couple of, you know, back-to-back laps and just pass the time a little bit before we go out. Right at the end of the session on a set of medium tyres. We set our first lap of a 12.6, pretty good. Puts us P3 at the moment, but on to our next lap, and there's pure gold. Good lord, that was close. And I'm not going to lie, that was actually awkward in more ways than one that moment, because we were actually in a party together, and I didn't realise I actually had him muted, so I couldn't hear him. And yeah, I don't know what was going on there, but yeah, we resolved that pretty fucking quickly and moved on, no dramas. So yeah, but on to our third or fourth attempt at another lap, and we go and invalidate that one, so that doesn't count. And on to another attempt, and we go and invalidate turn one. So this has been a scruffy couple of laps right now. This is not good at the moment. We're making a lot of mistakes, and in practice, I think about half an hour before this race. Yeah, it was half an hour before this race. I think I was in a practice lobby actually with who was it? I think it might have been Plevs and Bullet Boy, I think, if I'm not mistaken. The three of us were just doing a quali sim basically. And I was on for a 10.4 on the medium tyres, and I was about 3/10 quicker than what I am right now on the hard tyres, so definitely time to find. But I decided to go out again just to pass a bit more time and just to see if we could improve, and we are going to across the line, and we jump up to P3. Didn't improve by as much as what I thought we could, but you know what, it was good enough to get the job done. And yeah, so we come in, medium tyres on, and here we go for the one-shot qualifying basically through turn one, and we bottled that. We haven't done a real good job of that already. Over a tenth down, we're on the back foot already. Then into turn two, short shift up through the gears, yellow flags. I think that's someone just going slow behind us or in front of us, just leading people through. But that has really hurt us. We haven't got enough time to go again. This is a one-shot qualifying, so this isn't going to be a real good lap. We're going to be lucky if this puts us probably in the top 5. We are green on our delta as we come out of the hairpin, but not by as much as what we should be. Through in front of the Mercedes grandstand stand, we missed the apex there a little bit, but all in all, since that turn one mistake, this has been a pretty decent lap. Coming into the stadium section now, throw it through that right hander. Be careful not to track extend, because you will have your lap time deleted. Through the stadium, of course, where Sebastian Vettel famously crashed out in 2018. Round the final two corners now, throw it through here, trying to use all the track that we can without invalidating. Up to the line, where is this going to put us? It's only P6. Wow, okay. Really not impressed with that, not going to lie. There's so much more time to find. The back end of the lap wasn't perfect either, but turn one was just the nail in the coffin on that lap. Unfortunately, we just completely bottled it, and yeah, we're on the back foot from the get-go. But there's the results from qualifying. Jump Line and Contrast on the front row, starting on the soft tyres. Then we have Pete, Bullet Boy on row 2, Darren 11 and ourselves on row 3. So it's going to be interesting to see how this all works out. One other thing to note as well, Darren 11 is in the Ferrari now, and that is because he's actually stepped down from full-time driving and is now a reserve driver now. So that's kind of interesting to note. But we'll that doesn't change our approach to this race or any other. It's, you know, we're here to go and try and win the race. But, yeah, fairly overcast here at Hockenheim at the moment. It really isn't looking very friendly at all. But, yeah, there is no chance of rain, or at least that's what it said at the start of qualifying when I looked. So, hopefully that is correct, and we don't have to worry about rain at some point in this race. But it's going to be interesting as well to see what Jump Line and Eye Contrast can do. Obviously, those two both starting on these soft compound tyres. So, I'm kind of curious, are they going to try a soft to hard strategy? I personally don't think that's possible, but if they're good on their tyres, then you never know. But yeah, we'll wait and see what happens. But reforming back on the grid now, we've almost got a full grid. We've got 18 runners, it looks like, so pretty decent turnout for the Elite Series. But everyone reforming back on the grid, so let's get into round 11, shall we? Alright, here we go. That took a little while than what I expected there, but awaiting 5 red lights for the German Grand Prix. Away we go. Looks like a really decent launch. We're going to go clean up the middle of Bullet Boy and Darren 11 up into P4 by the time we get to turn 1. And my goodness, what a start that was. Already jumped up 2 positions up into P4. Right behind Pete in the Mercedes now. Jump Line in P1. Contrast in P2. Darren 11 has jumped Bullet Boy, and he's up into P5. I think he's got an absolutely dreadful start. He's down into 7th or something from P4 or P3 on the grid, so he's going absolutely backwards. So not the start he would be hoping for. Contrast and John now going wheel to wheel out of the hairpin, and I think Contrast does get the move done for the lead. Going on to lap 4 now, and we get oh so close to the back of Pete Crichton in the hairpin, and Jump Line with a major back end loss. I wasn't sure at that point in time whether he actually got tapped from Pete there or not, but yeah, but anyway, into the stadium section at the end of lap 4, Pete running really wide. Thought about trying to go around the outside in the stadium, but there's no way that's going to work. Just no chance. But yeah, this early phase of the race, we're all kind of sticking to the pace of the 2 soft runners at the moment, which is kind of annoying. I definitely feel like we can all go a bit quicker. Yeah, at the moment it's kind of a stalemate. Miku sets the fastest lap of the race on a 15.3. He's one of the 2 people I think who joined after qualifying had started, so it'll be interesting to see how his race goes. But here we go, DRS on Pete Crichton. Now we're going to look for a move to the outside. We go really late on the brake. We're on the grass. Good Jesus Christ. We had to take evasive action to avoid John. We're going to lose some spots now. We got a warning for exceeding track limits. That's absolutely ridiculous. We've lost 2 spots now. We're going to try and dive Bullet Boy to get one of these spots back straight away. He leaves us a space. We get the move done. That's back up into P5. So in retrospect, we've only lost 1 position, but man, oh man, that was a hair-raising mistake and a really stupid one. And now we've got a 3-second, what? Oh my god, okay, this race is really not going to plan at the moment, but alright, we've got a knuckle down now, we've got a 3-second hanging over our head, so we've got to try and make some moves now. Darren 11 is the first one that we've got to try and dispose of. No secret to anyone that we are not the best of friends, but anyway, we'll do what we can. Bullet Boy running a bit deep behind us, and now we've got 3 wide in front of us. Pete Contrast jump the line, and someone's got to give here. I think Pete's taking the lead. John, is he going to look for a move up the inside? I'm trying to go around the outside of Darren. Jesus, there's so much action going on right here. There's cars everywhere. Contrast and John still trying to get the move done on Pete. Darren looking for any type of avenue to get the move done. I'm losing my voice damn near. We're going to try go around the outside. We've been hit from behind by Bullet Boy as well. And all this is really getting a bit messy now, I'm not going to lie. Everyone, including ourselves, we all just need to try and tone it down a little bit. Contrast and Pete have now just bolted a little bit, trying to get away. Darren 11 will now surely try and make the move on jump line and for P3. We're going to try and follow suit if he can get the move done to the inside in turn 2, and he's squeezing him off, and they've touched and they're off the road. I really don't know what to say about that, to be honest. Darren didn't look like he gave him the space, but looked like the initial contact, they didn't even touch it. Look, it might have been leg more than anything, but yeah, real unfortunate for both of those guys, because they're definitely on for a solid result. But onto the back of Eye Contrast now, out of the hairpin. We're going to look for a move to the outside. Hopefully he doesn't fight this too hard. Side by side into the left-hander. He goes really late. We have to avoid, otherwise we would have been running for the road. Bullet Boy gets back by us as well. I really am starting to lose my voice now, so I apologise for that. But anyway, onto the start of lap 8. Bullet Boy up the inside into turn 1, wasting no time trying to get the move done on Eye Contrast. We're going to try and do the exact same into turn 2, up the inside of the Ferrari driver. And there's a Renault trying to go around the outside of Contrast as well. I think that might have been 40 if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, this has been a really intense and exciting couple of laps more than anything. But here we go, DRS overtake Richfield mixture on Bullet Boy. Down into the hairpin, up the inside. We should get this done for P2. Little lock up on the right front tyre. And we do, job done. Right, so hopefully now we can kind of breathe a little bit and set off after Pete and try and reel in this Mercedes to give ourselves any chance of winning this race. Fastest lap of the race on a 15.3, so we've definitely got pace, and now it's time to use it. Cutting on to lap 13, we've been able to do exactly that. We've caught up to the back of the Mercedes driver, and it looks like he's definitely struggling a little bit, not going to lie. We are coming in this lap for a set of hard tyres, and I think he's going to do the same. Yes, he is. Kind of a bit of an awkward pit entry there. He ran really wide, but then in saying that, we did too, and I think basically everyone who comes in behind us did as well. So, going to be interesting. I'm kind of hoping that he gets held, not going to lie, but I think he's got in and out, no dramas. Bullet Boy right behind us as well. Let's hope for a good stop from the boys. We get let out, and almost. I was hoping we might have been able to jump in, but not quite. Pete Crichton maintains provisionally the lead of the German Grand Prix. We come out in P2. Bullet Boy still in P3 right behind us as well. But at this point I was thinking that I wanted to get on with things a little bit. And my strong point in these races, particularly around here, I don't know what it is, but it seems to be the hard tyre stint seems to be my strong point. But we can try go around the outside of Pete and the hairpin, nothing doing for us there. Overtaking Aaron in the Red Bull, I think that was. And yeah, everyone else pits at the end of lap 15. Releases us into P3. Bullet Boy in P5, beg your pardon, not P4, with a fastest lap of the race. So, not out of the question for the Racing Point driver to potentially score a win here today. But here we go, DRS overtake rich fuel mixture on the Mercedes, and we get the move done. Expecting a dive down into the hairpin. Will he try and attack us? No. And he runs a little bit wide there actually. You can see him in the mirror. And at this point in time I was thinking, okay, I'm going to try and bolt. Fastest lap of the race on a 14.3. There's Pure Gold just up the road in front of us, so I was kind of hoping that I could grab some DRS off him. But cutting on to lap 17, and we haven't been able to break away. Pete sends it up our inside in front of the Mercedes grandstand, in a Mercedes no less, so they will be very happy with that, no doubt. Cutting on to lap 18, are we going to try and make the move around the outside into the hairpin? He runs a little bit deep. We try for the switchback under and over, as they say. Side by side, we're about level on straight line speed, not going to lie. We might just have the edge on him. He's still there. who's going to be the leader on the race? It looks like we are. Lock up on the left front tyre, but we get the move done. That's up into P2. Provisionally we'll lead at the race once Pure Gold pits. But I don't think that's going to be for another couple of laps. Onto lap 19 now. And we go past the Toro Rosso driver. Doesn't fight us too much. Basically just lets us go. And Pete gets through as well, unsurprisingly. I didn't expect Pure Gold to fight any of us too hard, not going to lie. Knowing that he was on a different strategy and so on. But coming on to lap 25, we still haven't been able to break away from these two behind us. Team Radio.
They're on old hards. Their tyres are 11 laps old. The time last lap was a 1:15.2. They have a time penalty of 3.0.
Right, so Pete actually has a 3-second time penalty as well. So we're kind of back on level playing field at the moment, but there's a bit of a dark horse, and he's lingering back in P3 in Bullet Boy. And that is because he doesn't have a penalty at all. He's only got 2 warnings at this point. So this is going to be very interesting to see if he does end up with 1 extra warning. But at this point, I really was still pushing, just trying to get away, cutting on to the final lap of the race. Both myself and Pete still with 1 time penalty. I'm not sure about Bullet Boy. Hopefully he has got an extra warning and ended up with a 3-second like the two in front of him, but we can't worry about him. We got to defend this Mercedes. So here we go onto this long back straight now. Rich fuel mixture overtake. Pete Crichton undoubtedly doing the same. Slipstream DRS. We're going to defend hard right to the inside, not give him an inch on the inside, and undoubtedly you'll try for the over and under, but we defend that really nicely. And looks like he struggled for traction there a little bit, that Mercedes sliding a bit in the rear. And as long as we can get through these next couple of corners, we should be safe to win this race. Stadium section is not really a place where you can pull off any kind of overtakes normally. And you see running really wide out there. I wouldn't be surprised if that was a warning. That was a blatant track extend right there. But anyway, this has been a really stressful race. We ran a little bit wide through there, but it looks like we are going to win this race. Around the final couple of corners. This has definitely been one of the most stressful races I've had in a long time. We really had to work for this one today, lads, but from P6, we win the German Grand Prix. Get in there. So there we go, guys. That has been today's video. Race Spec Esports, the Elite Series, round 11 for the German Grand Prix. Oh boy, we had to work for that one, didn't we? P6 up to P1. Bullet Boy did end up with a 3-second in the last couple of laps, so we crossed the line in P1 and we keep that position. But that's it from me today, guys. If you enjoyed, remember to leave a like, subscribe, stay tuned for plenty more. And until the next video, I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.